The woman was completely stunned when she walked into her fiancé's study. The room was actually covered with commemorative photos from all the years since her debut, and some items that even she herself had lost were kept here in brand new condition. Only at this moment did she realize that her cold and heartless fiancé was actually her loyal fan. But because this was a marriage alliance between their families and the two of them had never met before, the CEO had no idea that his fiancé was actually his idol. He was extremely resistant to this marriage, and even warned the woman not to have any improper thoughts about him. For his idol, he had to keep himself untouched by any other woman. The woman asked him if he was sure he did not want to see her one more time before they registered their marriage. The CEO directly refused and said that on the second day after they got their marriage certificate, he would take her to see her first love. As for whether the two of them rekindled their old feelings or started over, that had nothing to do with him. After that, he hung up the phone. The woman was very curious to see what expression the CEO would have when he found out the truth. It turned out that 5 years ago, the woman refused to live as a wealthy heiress and insisted on trying to make it in the entertainment industry. But after struggling for 5 years, she was still just a small-time artist with barely any popularity. It was not until her family business fell into crisis that she was forced to quit the entertainment industry and marry a business tycoon she had never met. Rumor had it that this CEO was ruthless and cold-blooded, completely lacking in warmth, and was known in the business world as a cold-faced devil. When her best friend heard that she was going to marry someone like that, she worried about what her future life would be like. But before the two had even met, the CEO was the first to call. He said that he already had someone he liked and emphasized that their marriage was only a transaction. They had to divorce after 1 year. Then he specifically reminded her not to cry and refused to sign the papers when the time came. What he did not know was that the person he liked was the very woman on the other end of the phone. In order to wish the best for his idol, the CEO had even specially gone to a temple to pray for her. Unexpectedly, as soon as he came down the mountain, he saw the news that she had announced her retirement from the entertainment industry, and the CEO instantly broke down. He worked up the courage to send the woman a message, saying that she was the light of his life. After sending it, he squatted alone in the rain and cried his heart out. Meanwhile, the woman, who was just getting ready for bed, received this private message. She recognized the account at a glance. This was a core member of her fan group. For 5 years, every time she posted an update, this person would like and comment on it immediately. He would even buy every product she endorsed and say he was going to give them to his employees as benefits. The woman quickly replied, thanking him for his support over the past 5 years. Just as he was about to delete his account, she suddenly came across a post about the CEO of a certain company crying in the rain. When she clicked on it, she realized it was actually her fiancé. She could not help complaining that after working hard for 5 years, she had never attracted much attention, yet her fiancé made it onto the trending list just because he shed tears. She was puzzled about why he had suddenly broken down emotionally. Early the next morning, before the woman had even fully woken up, she received a call from the CEO. He bluntly said that he had someone he liked and declared that after the marriage, the two of them would not interfere with each other. He also said he knew the woman had a first love she had liked for many years, and it just so happened that he would be going on a business trip to the city where her first love was. When the time came, he could take her to meet him along the way. The woman immediately understood. The CEO wanted them to each pursue the person they loved and not entangle themselves with each other. So she curiously asked what his requirements were. The CEO immediately proposed that their marriage could only last 1 year, and the woman agreed without hesitation. But the CEO did not believe in this kind of verbal promise. He directly asked to meet her to sign a prenuptial agreement and told her that he was already downstairs at her home. Seeing this, the woman could not help sighing that the CEO really was efficient. She hid in the stairwell and observed this rumored ruthless CEO, only to find that he was actually quite handsome. But the next second, she suddenly noticed the item on his wrist. It was actually the limited edition support wristband from the first anniversary of her debut. The woman almost thought she had seen it wrong. A cold-faced CEO was actually wearing her fan merchandise? The father saw his daughter at the stairwell and immediately gave her a look, urging her to hurry up and change clothes. But the CEO had already grown impatient. He put down the prenuptial agreement about non-interference and turned to leave. By the time the woman finished getting ready and came downstairs, the CEO had also walked out the door. Then he saw a couple being affectionate by the roadside, and he could not help worrying that if the woman got handsy with him after the marriage, would that not be a betrayal of his idol? So he immediately called the woman and demanded that a supplementary clause be added to the contract, banning any form of physical contact after the marriage. The woman was so angry that she directly called him crazy. But this was not over yet. The CEO then saw an advertisement for a ring that could only be customized once in a lifetime. In order to prove his loyalty to his idol, he once again informed the woman that after the marriage, he would not buy a ring, nor would he make the marriage public. The woman replied, okay. That night, the CEO called again and solemnly declared that after the marriage, the woman was not allowed to step into his residence. This made the woman furious. Over the next few days, the CEO kept adding supplementary agreements for her as if he were writing company policies. The woman's text messages, phone calls, and email were all bombarded by him one after another. There were so many clauses that they almost drowned her. Then the CEO said that he still had one final rule, which was that she was not allowed to fall for him. The woman had never seen anyone this narcissistic. Looking at the room full of supplementary agreements, she solemnly declared that she would absolutely never fall in love with him. The next day, following the CEO's request, the woman carried the prenuptial agreement to his home. As soon as the servants in the house saw her, they were all extremely excited. Some even blurted out that she looked even prettier in person than the doll. The woman was completely confused when she heard this. It was not until she walked into the CEO's study that she discovered the idol in his heart was actually herself. Holding back her laughter, she called the CEO, wanting to tease him a little. Unexpectedly, after only a few words, the CEO started complaining. He guessed that his idol had suddenly left the entertainment industry, most likely because she was getting married. He had no idea which damn man was lucky enough to marry her. If that man did not treat her well, he would definitely chase him to the ends of the earth. What he did not know was that the damn man he was talking about was actually himself. On the other end of the phone, the woman tried her best to hold back her laughter. Then she suggested that they meet once before getting married, but the CEO flatly refused and impatiently hung up the phone. On the day they were going to register their marriage, the woman specially bought a bouquet of flowers by the roadside, wanting this ridiculous marriage to have at least a little sense of ceremony. At this moment, the CEO called and asked what color clothes she was wearing today, in case he recognized the wrong person later. The woman only said, "You'll know when we meet." After hanging up the phone, the CEO saw the woman by the roadside and instantly froze completely. Wasn't that his idol? He quickly called to change the time for registering the marriage. The woman asked him why. The CEO said that he had seen his idol today, and he just wanted to say one sentence to her. Just one sentence would be enough. At this moment, the woman slowly approached the CEO while holding the flowers. The CEO felt as if his heart was about to jump out of his chest. She gently knocked on the car window. After the CEO lowered the window with trembling hands, the woman looked into his eyes and slowly said her own name. At that moment, the CEO froze in place as if he had been struck by lightning.